The Ducks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Michigan State's offense will get the first crack at it here. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Catch in the middle, it's Glover. All the way out to the 38-yard line, it's a gain of 15. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They move the tight end all over. Looking for a gap, it's Carter. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. And the Spartans want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Spartans with the 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Looking for an open area to his left. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
I love when you boot athletic quarterbacks, and you boot him to the left right here outside the pocket. Does a great job. He can attack down the field, or he can take off and run. It's kind of a pass-run option, especially when you have a guy that dynamic at the quarterback spot.
He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll try the right side. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up 3rd down.
The relentless emptying of the playbook on this opening drive has now finally hit a wall. It's 3rd and long. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And they'll send out the field goal unit.
Number 97 on the field goal.
And that is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. That 43-yard field goal attempt was well within his range, but he misfired, and they'll turn the ball over. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 26. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To throw, it's Gabriel. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Ducks in the hurry-up.
On the play. First down for the offense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stewart. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Looking to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Holden. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got it in the middle, it's Ferguson. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Back to throw, it's Childs. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Oh, it's a reverse. Strong running there, going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And the Spartans will have a first down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
Michigan State, 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line, it's Marsh. And they pick up just a few on that completion. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Now on second down after the short completion. They run the reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job, staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
Marked down at the 41-yard line. Coming up, 4th down.
As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far for the field goal. Punting does nothing for you. They'll go for it on 4th down. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
Bunch formation for these receivers. It's a reverse. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
okay? The defense has to be careful. When you've got receivers with the speed that guy has, you really need to play with good eye discipline and know where the ball is at all times. Because if he outflanks you, he can take it to the distance.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Got it in the middle. It's Belly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Spartans have moved it inside the 20. On the move. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It's a reverse. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Spartans have it with a 1st and goal. Oh, it's reversed. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball on the perimeter. Defense was ready for it. Pretty good job by the defense.
Short yardage play. They'll give it to the wide receiver going to the edge. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Spartans. The proverbial rabbit out of the hat. Getting out of the Houdini-like box. Calling reverse and trickeration, and it works.
It does, and it's frustrating because defensively you're thinking run, and you're playing aggressive, and on that backside, man, you got to stay home. You got to be alert. You got to do your job. When you don't, here comes the reverse. Here comes the touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. Splits those uprights right in half. Boy, did they play keep away on that drive. Didn't think they were ever going to give it up. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to run for it. Nice move to keep running. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. And the Ducks have their offense in high gear. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Caught near the sideline, it's Whittington. I know you want to stretch the field horizontally, but working a little vertical in wouldn't hurt either.
No, it wouldn't, and you got to be able to work with some space. There's an entire field that we got.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Oregon!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. First down here for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. From the 22 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Scanning the field, it's Gabriel. This one's complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Here we go with the run on 4th down. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. He makes the connection. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. This will likely be the last play of the half. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The noise level is relentless here on second down. On the ground, it's James. Tackled, but he has a first down.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver.